Hello, welcome back to Destiny. It's been months, but we're still here.
There's reports a team of
Years.
Guardians went dark near the old
Years.
Skywatch. They were running a
Decades.
mission for dead
Eons.
had codes to a hidden array.
Time beyond fathoming.
Other colonies in the system.
Eternity.
Find their ghosts. Maybe we can open that array.
We've fallen into the black hole of LP.
Hello, I am Grey Fox's child. I am continuing this LP on for prosperity's sake.
Alright, so,
The ghosts were left.
yeah, we're back. Sorry for the delay and everything, but, you know, things happen. Things
Real-
always happen.
Real life happens.
Yeah, shame that. Anyway, today, I'm going to be completely honest. I forgot what happens in this video. I do know that I really like this mission, though, and it has one of the best music tracks towards the end of it. So yeah, we'll explore this together for the first time, for the second time, in my case.
It looks very snowy.
Well, you know, the Cosmodrome, it's always winter, for some reason.
In Soviet Russia, snow something's I don't know. Has anyone actually found any of those jokes funny apart from when they first heard it?
Probably not, I don't know.
We're
You'd
heading
have to
back
ask.
through that hive breeding ground. The Vanguard say they're
So yeah,
still
we're,
on the surface now, keeping the fallen busy.
We're listening to our ghost, and as he says, more hive fighting. Which I generally enjoy fighting the hive. They're pretty cool enemies. They can overwhelm you really, really quickly if you just stop paying attention for a while.
Ah yes, the brain dead swarm monsters that
Oh, no, they're not
every
brain
FPS game
dead.
has to have.
They're not brain dead, they have tactics.
Are they like bees and ants? Are they like part of a collective intelligence, or
A little bit, but then again, so is every single AI enemy in the game.
well,
Once
I don't mean for game specific purposes. I mean for lore reasons.
I don't believe they have an overmind. There's another species in the game that takes that particular niche.
Are they bug creatures?
Sort of. It's not explained that well in the game, but I believe the grimoire states that, or some offhand remarks states that in order to survive, they feed off of the dead things of human culture, basically. Like actual dead humans and such. And,
Oh, okay. I thought they were just like would feed off my VHS player, which you know, that died technically.
Also, brief reminder, yes, we are still in Desync Town in terms of the videos. I don't honestly think we'll be out of Desync City until the second act, which incidentally is actually coming up fairly shortly. I think we've got like 2 or 3 more missions to go.
That's right. That's the kind of high production values that our viewers expect from us.
You know, I could have re-recorded it, but then it's you know, it's this whole thing
You
where I'm trying to
didn't
keep the
want to
first.
lose UG.
Well, no, it's not that. I would have still been UG. It's just
Fallen have them.
there's this whole thing I've been trying to do, keeping like the first recordings. Just I don't know how to explain it. Kind of for purity's sake, I guess. I don't know. It's a dumb reason, I know, but
It's alright. I wouldn't want to lose UG either. It's fine.
so you may have noticed along the way that we've been crawling our way through battlefields between the Fallen and the Hive. These guys aren't very friendly towards each other at all.
Oh, interesting. Warring factions.
Yep. I think there is an instance of every faction fighting every other faction in the game. I could be wrong though. I think there's a couple that will band together to try and kill you.
You just picked up a couple of dad ghosts.
Yep, they are quite dad.
The daddest ghosts I've ever seen.
Yep.
Or would that be the saddest?
I don't know. So yeah, getting this chest is actually incredibly frustrating. It's actually easier to drop in from the roof than to try and jump in from the bottom. Because as you can see, there's like no real way to get in here easily, except from over the top.
So right, you got 40 energisite and some spin metal. Nice.
Yeah. There we go. Excellent. We got unstuck. So yeah, the dead ghosts, we're picking them up as quest items to reclaim some codes for this array we're heading to. Basically setting up, it's either communications, weapons, or some other space bullshit for Earth.
So basically you have to kill the 5 boars to get their livers to hand in to someone.
Yeah.
So we can make some pie or something, I don't know. Standard MMO fare.
These gore tusks actually have livers, so you know.
Haha.
Yeah, these drops aren't incredibly rare. They're every fallen you kill basically has a really high chance of dropping them, and you only need like 3 or 4 before the mission decides, all right, you've had enough, let's go.
I like how the mission decides I've had enough.
Also, you may, if you've seen early videos of this game, you might notice this cave and recognize it. This is the infamous loot cave from like versions 1 to 1.5.
Why would you disturb the remains? Did you pay respect? Did you press square to pay respects?
Nope. You disturb the remains for that little sound clip there. That it's an Easter egg that Bungie put in the game. There's this running joke in the Destiny community about the guy in the tower called the Cryptarch, who decodes the. He's basically your item identifier.
This one still holds the
You
codes.
get unidentified
Deckard
items.
Cain.
Yes, he's Deckard Cain. You get unidentified items. You go to him, and he'll decode them. And originally, there was the RNG was pretty heavily bent against you. So even if you did get a really good high or low rarity item, you would end up still getting fucked. And so Bungie decided, after taking out the loot cave, to put in that little Easter egg. If you didn't catch it, it said, "A million deaths is not enough for Master Rahul," which is the NPC's name.
I didn't get it because I have my sound turned pretty far down.
Right. So yeah, it's a cool little touch. I liked it the first time I came across it. And in case you're wondering, no, I did not partake in the loot cave. I actually played the video game.
So what are we doing right now? We're doing some kind of challenge mission or something?
No, actually, we're this is part of the story. We're actually on our way towards that array I previously mentioned, fighting through Fallen along the way.
Oh, I just saw it say no respawning, so...
Oh yeah, that's every time you cross a certain threshold in a mission, basically it becomes checkpointed instead of respawning where you died. That's all that means.
Oh, okay, that's interesting.
Yeah.
This is it.
If you're in a party in a darkness zone, your party mates can, in fact, resurrect you after a certain amount of time. If all of your party members die, you go back to the last checkpoint, though. And that's
Who
how...
needs party members when you've got UG?
Exactly, UG is powerful. He slam dunked those fuckers back there.
He's basically the LeBron James or something. Kobe Bryant of space magic.
He's Shaq. He knows the
Shaq.
Shaq fu.
I don't know this LP. Who am I? What am I doing here?
So, yeah, at this point, I think I'm still playing on the harder difficulty because this was still what you call it? What's the expansion? God damn, what's the new expansion's name again? The Taken King.
Kings of Wolves.
No, this is before the Taken King came out and restructured everything. So I'm still playing on the hard difficulty, so this section is actually kind of rough. The section after this is even rougher, but I think I managed to take it on pretty well and not die. So there's that to look forward to.
Seems like you're getting a heap of weapons.
Yeah, but most of them at this point aren't really that great. Also, yeah. Remember
Okay,
how I
take back the LeBron James shark, every other basketballer thing I said.
Yeah, that, I do remember saying something about spectacular whiffs in a previous episode, and that was pretty much the one I had in mind.
Yeah, that was pretty impressive. I'll give you that much.
The camera, I'm gonna blame the camera completely on that one, honestly.
Yeah, what's the saying? Something never blames his tools.
I don't know the saying, but I get the meaning.
An artist, I think it's like an artist never blames his tools or something like that.
There's the controls. I'll see if these codes
Implying
still
that
work.
LPs are artists.
This one is definitely art. I don't know what you're fucking talking about.
Shore resistant security lattice verify.
This is art in the same way that,
Outside the array. It's opening.
I don't know, current art students call what they do art.
So at the beginning of the at the beginning of the video, I mentioned how this was one of my favorite tracks in the game, and yeah, I just really like this track. It feels kinetic, frantic, you know. It fits the mood. A lot of people in the beta when it was out thought that this was like a little too much for this kind of mission, but I don't know. I like it.
Those people are idiots. I say as someone who can't actually hear the music. For all I know, it could be like, I don't know, 90% synth. I'd have no idea.
Nope, it's strings and horns. Very, very little synth involved, if any.
See, with future space, I imagine a lot of synth.
No, the composer for Destiny 1.0, I liked a lot of his stuff, actually. I believe it changed when the Taken King came out. I think they have a new composer now. I could be wrong, though. It just they didn't have any standout tracks to me on the soundtrack.
Yeah. When I think future music, I think things more like Deus Ex.
Yeah, I could see that.
Hey, look at that. He dunked it.
Yeah. And look, the thing in the background is actually moving around, and it's based on your progress. Every wave you complete, it moves a little bit more until the final stage, which is pretty cool. Unfortunately, that's all a bit lost when you're fighting everything.
Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't even notice there was a thing in the background that was moving.
Yeah, it pops out of this. It's a little bunker there at first, and then it opens up those flaps that you see, and it rotates a little bit. But I mean, if you're paying too much attention to the combat, you're more than likely just going to see it nothing there, and then at the end of the mission, you're like, oh, there's a thing there now.
Oh boy, is this going to be a bullet sponge?
Yeah, unfortunately. This yellow guy takes a little bit. But it's okay, because I've got a super now.
Sweet.
See,
Thank God you hit him.
half his health. Not bad. And the sniper can take care of the rest easily.
I think we're clear.
Okay, I don't think you could actually need to change to an easier difficulty anymore.
Well, honestly, the whole thing about sniper rifles is that their criticals are super big. So if you get a sniper rifle early in the game that's decently respectable, it'll carry you through half of the main story missions.
I mean, it makes sense in regards to, say, how sniper
This
rifles
array
work
is
in
controlled by the
Borderlands,
last war
the same sort of deal.
Right,
Which
exactly.
this game does
It's
remind me a bit
connecting
of.
to defense
Yeah.
constructs all across the system.
And that's a little bit of foreshadowing. These are all places we'll be visiting. See if you can name the planets.
Xylon 8.
Yes.
Sweet. I knew I would get it right.
I had complete faith in you.
I have complete faith in myself.
Good. Good. Faith is very good.
As George Michael once said, you've got to have faith.
It's true, he did. Also, hey, we got a better sniper rifle now. Nice.
Color me unimpressed. It's not purple.
It's not a color.
Epic.
It's not a color. It's just the absence of color. Also, yeah, abrupt cut. I think this is a bit of a failure reel on my part. I'm sorry for what's about to happen.
Well,
Yeah, you can fall off the tower.
I can't say I'm that surprised that you do that.
I was trying to land on this stupid spire. I don't know what you want me to. What do you want me to do about it? I just physics
So
right
you
off
keep
the
leading
tower.
people to believe that.
Look, it's
Ugg just wanted to leave this world. He's too beautiful to live.
rest in peace, Ugg. Now for Ugg 2.0, a better, improved Ugg.